It's Simon with you on your weekend warm-up 8:01, and we're joined now by a young Canadian artist who we can expect to explode in 2010. It's a pleasure to have him with us tonight, and for me to introduce my good friend Jesse Labelle. Thanks for taking the time to stop by and talk with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me back.
Now, although you've been working in the music industry for the past decade, it seems like the last few months have really seen your career gain momentum. You've got media outlets such as the National Post and Much Music taking an interest in you now. Congratulations on that.
Thank you very, very much.
You performed in the Vancouver Olympic Village and now an upcoming tour with Faber Drive. Tell us a bit about how this whole Jesse Labelle snowball came to be.
Last year, I met some really great guys from a record label with Warner Music called Wax, and they'd been out to shows of mine, spanning the last 5-6 years, and I had different deals with different people, nothing that ever really worked out. That's the way the music business usually goes. And they came up to me and they asked if I wanted to make a record, and I was kind of a free agent at the time, and I said, yeah, let's do it. And just really, really great record label, really great guys, and we've been able to get my music out there, and people are responding, so I'm just hugely thankful for the whole entire experience so far.
And we're definitely thankful we actually get to hear your music now. Yeah,
it's really cool to hear it on radio and on TV. I actually don't have cable because I watch far too much TV when I subscribe to it. So I got better things to do with my time. I always tell myself I can focus. I don't want to sit in front of a TV and waste my time. So I haven't really even seen the video on TV yet, other than catching it in a bar or, if I'm out somewhere. But the whole experience is great. It feels really good to have the music out there and in people's ears and on their stereos, and what every musician wants.
So you're too busy out drinking at the bar and listening to Kool FM to watch TV.
Exactly.
That's all I heard from that, Jesse.
Barrie's finest, right?
Exactly. Now, as I mentioned, you'll be going on a cross-Canada tour at the end of next month with the boys of Faber Drive. Kool FM, very proud to present you both at the Gibson Centre in Alliston, April 29th. What can we expect from that show?
The show's going to be great. I mean, it's me and my whole band, which are some of my best friends, and we put on a really great show. We're going to be opening up. I think the new cities are going to be on that bill as well. And we're going to have the album available for the first time. It's coming out end of April, and we're going to have the full length ready to be sold and get it out there on that tour.
Well, we're all looking forward to having you come up to this neck of the woods.
Yeah. I actually have a cottage up by Barrie. I haven't been there in years. I love Barrie. I spent a whole lot of my childhood. What's the street called? The street with the Dunlop Street. The movie theater on Dunlop Street. That was one of my childhood, my favorite childhood memories. Going to see a movie every weekend on Dunlop.
My favorite part about Dunlop Street's the streets meet, but I'm a secret fat kid. Your last tour was with Disney star Emily Osment, which no doubt garnered you a lot of younger fans.
Yeah, that tour did. It was interesting. It was the first tour I'd really been on, and the fans were just so responsive. Some of the kids knew the words to the songs, and they really received us really, really well. I mean, the whole musical game, the whole thing, my favorite part of it is playing live. I think that when you play live, you're able to get people out, and you bring people together. You bring all different people together, young people, older people, ages, faces. You just have this ability to bring them all together in one spot, and that's why I love live so much.
Well, speaking of older people, quote unquote, people like myself in their late 20s.
You're not old.
Well, we actually might remember you as a very different Jesse Labelle.
Oh, really?
Am I right in thinking that you once fulfilled my lifetime ambition and were part of Canada's answer to NSYNC?
Yeah, well, come on, it's every 19-year-old's dream to be in a music video full of, nunchucks and elaborate dance sequences, right?
Identically different ID.
That was a trip. That was about 10 years ago, right, when I got started in this whole thing.
I know how to use YouTube. That track, Busted, was the bomb. It may or may not, in fact, be my ringtone right now.
You know what? I would love to call you and hear that right now.
So which one were you in the boy band?
I was a baby. I was the youngest member of that group. It's an interesting story. I was actually hired, quote unquote hired. I was a songwriter for them before I joined the band, and straight out of high school, and they were looking for songs. I wrote them a couple, and I always had my own project in mind. And their manager came up to me and they said, "Why don't you just join the band? It'd be a lot of fun. You make music videos and go on tours." And I thought, sure, why not?
I'm not going to lie. I'm very jealous of that fact.
Did you really know did you know about the band way back in the day?
I vaguely remember them, if I'm being honest.
Fair enough. But no, it was a great experience. It was a good starting point, and the truth is I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now did I not get a little taste of music business back when I was just a little little wee kid.
So which is more beneficial for getting attention from the ladies, the boy band thing or the crooner?
It's the guitar.
The guitar, eh?
Yeah. The guitar has been my best friend since high school. It's how I made all my friends.
Fast forwarding back to today, away from the boy band era, you just finished working on your debut album, like you said, Perfect Accident, out at the end of next month. What themes do you take on with them?
The album is really, it's just, I was writing the thank yous for the album and, getting all the album artwork together. And I thanked a couple people, a couple of the first girls that I'd ever really dated. And, I said, I'd like to look it up. What did I say? I said, thank you for for starting me down the road of demo tape love letters. And that's kind of what the whole album turned out as. It was a whole bunch of letters that I'd written to various people, some more specific than others. But it's really just stories. It's stories about love, loss, hope, and trust, and, just human relationships and energy, what you get from connecting with another person. The whole album is just a whack of stories.
Sounds deep, Jesse.
Yeah. Can be.
Well, we have the lead single from that album, also called Perfect Accident, lined up, ready to go. Why don't you explain what it's about and we'll give it a listen?
Perfect Accident was one of the earliest songs written for this record, actually. It was a song that I wrote with the producer of the album, Dave. We wrote this song years ago. It was the first single, and it was kind of when I was searching for a little bit of my identity, both personally and musically, and it was basically about stumbling across a whole bunch of the wrong things to find the right one.
Jesse, thank you so much for joining me, my friend.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was a pleasure talking.
For more information on Jesse Labelle, head to my blog at 1075coolfm.com. This is Perfect Accident on Barrie's 1075 Kool FM.
Walking.